Hi, everybody. Jill Allen here. I am excited to be bringing you the fourth in my little mini series, Four Ways to Be True to You. This is my fourth video, and today we're going to be talking about failing forward. So here's the deal. Every one of us is going to fail at some point in our lives. That's just the way life is. No matter how hard we try, no matter how hard we do, no matter how much we plan, there are going to be times in our lives where we fail. And it can be a very, very difficult, devastating thing to have to deal with failure. But I want to give you some encouragement. So, as you are thinking about your BHOGs or your bogs, as I like to call them, and you're thinking about, building up your bravery muscles and, getting rid of all of the things that get in your way of setting, getting a dream set and moving forward with a goal. We have to be prepared that there are going to be times where you're going to fail. So I want to talk about that just a little bit. When we fail, I like to say, welcome to the failure club. Again, I challenge you to find anybody out there that you know, anybody that you've been around that has taken risks in their life that hasn't had some type of a failure, whether it's, learning to, ride a bike. How many times do you fall when you're learning to ride a bike? Myself, I'm an off-road motorcyclist. How many times have I went down and, popped the clutch the wrong way, killed the engine, whatever it is. Like, we have to fail in order to get better. And I think that it's important to understand that many people that we don't even think about fail. And I love, what J.K. Rowling said here. It's impossible to live without failing. And when we look at people who are successful, it's so easy to just think they went from 0 to 60. They went from nothing to success. And that's just not true. In anything that you are choosing to do in life, when you are looking at whatever you see as somebody that's successful, however you define that, if you were to really sit down and talk with them, I guarantee you that they're going to tell you it wasn't an easy road. And they didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm successful. I'm where I'm at just because the universe lined up. So I really want you to keep that in mind. This is a good one from Michael Jordan. I love what he said here. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games on 26 occasions, and I've been entrusted to make the winning shot. And I've missed and failed over and over again in my life. But yet he's still a success. And I think just thinking about that it's all of those little failures that make you who you are and give you the grit and give you the tenacity to keep moving forward. So here's the deal. You've picked your goal. There's going to be something in your life you're going to fail out, and something that is going to hurt. It's just going to feel awful. And what I want to give you permission to do is have a little pity party about that failure. It's okay to be striving and pushing for a goal. Maybe you had an idea for a business. Maybe you wanted to run that marathon and you only made it halfway. Maybe you really thought that you had the talent to be the next Picasso and realized stickmen aren't even your forte, right? You can just sit. It's okay. I'm giving you permission. I think your friends and family would give you permission. It's okay to just sit under the weight of dealing with that failure. It's okay to kind of throw yourself a little pity party and have days where you don't want to get out of your pajamas and you want to sit on the couch and watch Netflix and you just don't want to think about how hard whatever it was that you were working toward didn't work out. But here's the deal. You can't live there. You cannot make this your new norm. You cannot make the room of your pity party your new place to live. You have to be able to move yourself forward. And what I mean by that is, I want you, after you've given yourself time, give yourself a weekend, give yourself a week, give yourself a month, but it has to come to an end. It's like a vacation, it has to come to an end. And then what I want you to do is, I want you to say, I'm going to celebrate the fact that I tried, because where would I be if I never knew? Right? Like, where would I be if I never knew if that business could be successful or not? If it was always a dream and I kept longing to know, can I make it or not? Even if we didn't make it the first time, I would rather see you fail and know you tried than to say you never even started. So you failed, it at least means you tried. And what you have to do is, then you have to go at this when you've got a level head and emotions are out of it. And you have to say, I need to reassess. So I need to assess what went well, what didn't go well. I need to reevaluate. I need to redefine, and I need to refresh. So maybe you're saying, hey, I really had this great idea for this new product and it just didn't work. Or I had this great idea for making this new bracket or program or this, that, or the other, and it just never quite came to fruition. What do I need to do differently if I go at my bog again? What do I need to do if I let this go and I jump into another adventure? What do I need to do? So reassess, reevaluate, redefine, and refresh. If you keep going at things the same way over and over again, you're going to continue to get the same results. So take the time. Take the time to sit down and just really be true to yourself. Maybe you were a little too bought into something and you were getting counsel from people and you just could not hear what they had to say because you were too emotionally invested in where you were going. And now when you can take that emotion out, now when you can look back, you can go, I think my level up coach maybe they were onto something. Maybe I should try this differently. Maybe I should go at this differently. And then what I want you to do is, I want you to just shake it off. Shake off the disappointment, shake off the shame. You don't need to be carrying the I'm a failure bag around behind you. You need to let that be for what it is. Take empowerment from it that you tried, and come up with where you're going next. And again, I really believe this is what it's about. It's that grit. It's that grit to keep going. It's that grit to say, yeah, I failed, but I learned and I'm going to move forward because I'm a stronger, better person for what I went through. So shake it off. Don't let that regret, don't let that failure cling to you. You need to, just let it be. And the next thing I want you to do is, I want you to try again. Again, we don't want to live in the poor me, I tried and it didn't work, and so now I'm just going to be this miserable person for the rest of my life. I mean, what a horrible place to live. Instead, reevaluate. Maybe you need a whole new bog. Maybe you need the same bog with a new vision. So go at it again. Really go and think about what you are going after. Set your SMART goals. Remember what those are. We talked about them in our last episode. And get support. Remember that. Level up. So it didn't work this time. What do I need to do to make it work the next time? Because if it really is your goal, if it's your passion, if it's your yearning, it's in your gut, it's not going to go away, even if you fail once. And, speaking from experience, there were many things that I tried and did as I was learning to become a consultant. And, I wish I knew now what I didn't know then. I wish I knew, how to level up. I wish I knew how to, not take it so seriously when things didn't go right. But what I had, and I believe in you, I know you've got it too, is I had that tenacity to keep moving forward, to say, this is my dream, this is my goal. And yeah, it didn't work faxing out things, because believe it or not, we were still using faxes. That wasn't a great idea, but this was, or this thing didn't work, but this did. So again, get support and start again. That's the goal, is don't just let it be. Maybe the bog has to change, maybe the vision has to change, but don't just sit in in the failure community, because that is no place to live your life. So as we kind of finish up this series, I hope that this is, just a quick little reminder that when you are being true to you, some of the things you just have to remember is you just have to start. You just have to pick your bog. You have to pick your goal, and you have to move forward one day at a time. Choose that dream. You can't have 10 dreams that you're going after. Choose your one dream and move forward with it. You have to be able to own your fears. Remember, get all of the bullshit, get all of it out of the way, strip it all down, really figuring out what's scaring you from moving forward, and just move forward. You can do it. Again, be consistent. You want to be consistent with what you're doing, and try again. That is the key, in my opinion, to just this really fulfilled life, is not letting failure hold us back, but being propelled towards our dreams. Even if they don't end up the way we thought they were going to, there's always something that we can glean out of it. So once again, as we finish this up, I am Jill Allen from Jill Allen and Associates, and I just appreciate that you have been along for the journey as we are finishing up our 4 Ways to Be True to You webinar series. And I am excited. This summer, we're going to be coming up with a fun new format, and we are going to be answering questions that have been coming in that I think you're all going to want to be tuned into. So again, Jill Allen here to help. Please reach out if you have any questions, and I will see you this summer. All right.